Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles. So last time we expanded our kingdom just a little bit, had our road network with various other little amenities scattered throughout. So this time we are going to, like I mentioned, start building the wall defense. I'm not sure what year the dragons and the Vikings and people attack, the invaders. I believe that shouldn't be until later, like 25, 30, 40. Hopefully it's not until then. Hopefully it's not like next year. That would definitely suck. But we need to start building up the defenses slightly, just in case, and go from there. So the next step for me, besides the wall, is to build the treasure room so I can start generating gold. That way we can start building the manor for more people, the church, and basically anything else. A tavern would be pretty helpful. I think a tavern, yeah, so it has a good area of effect. I actually might place it right here. Part of me is like, I don't want to place it there because it blocks the stairs, the aesthetics, which I know that doesn't matter in the game. They go through the building anyway. But just a part of me is like, nah, you got to have it out in the open. It has to be canon. Not sure. I'll probably deal with that later. So while they're generating the stone I need, let's start building some wood castle walls. So I'm going to block this off here, probably put an archway there, because I plan on expanding out with a bridge to this island. Not anytime soon, but that'd be a goal. So that'd be one entrance, and the other entrance should be down here. Should I place it here? Yeah, I'll place it right here. That should be good. Yep. All right, so I'm placed down two here. And how these walls work is they also count as towers. So you can place the first one down, and that's level 1, and you can start stacking them on top of each other. So here you can see how it kind of goes higher, and then higher. So that's a three level wall, which is a tower pretty much. And it says, "Sire, our builders say that the wood walls cannot exceed 3 levels due to wood construction limitations. That is unfortunate, but it's a good point. So we can only do wood towers for now. We'll definitely do stone later on, but we don't have anywhere near the production for that yet. But I have enough for the treasure room. Where do we want to place this? I don't believe it generates like hate or anything, so that you shouldn't have to worry about placing it next to houses. See, I don't want to place it here because that's where the quarry is gonna go for the iron. However, I could link the quarry around this way and just not worry about that entirely. But if I place it there, I want to have a wall here, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to reach on that spot. Oh well, I think this will be fine because the wall is going to come down this way, stop there. So yeah, this spot should be good. Let's do that. Is that the right orientation? Yep. Boom. So there's our treasure room. Once this is built, we'll start generating income for the gold and stuff, and we can start building the manor. And I think the next step is, so I have these open because I want to put a manor here, which is 4 blocks, and one here also. I think I could do another house here or there. I'm not sure yet. Probably run a road this way. Actually, I don't think a road going this way would be beneficial. Maybe for the first initial blocks here for me to place a house. But nah. I'm going to place this house right on the edge of the wall. That would be fine. Because gotta get more people. Is there anyone there to build that? There is not. Alright. Can you guys hurry up on that? There's also no one building the treasure room. Cool. Let's stop the quarries for now. And you guys start building the stuff. Unfortunately, everyone's going to those first. I don't think... Oh, there are people going to the house. I don't think there's a way to set priorities on building or anything like that. Some other Civ games you can place priorities on which to start working on first. Okay, so we're gonna have this house coming up. They're working on these 2 towers over here, and I think I should be fine on wood production. Sorry, on food production. We're still sitting at 159 or so. It's not going down to 0 yet. And I think besides the walls, my next goal is to, one, get the manor or a few manors up for a lot of people, but to also get a church built. Um, I believe the church has an area effect. I never got to the point in the last game to see how it works, but I believe it has an area effect, so any houses near it, I'm not sure how big it is, should have increased happiness. So in case, if I place it here, if it doesn't reach the houses, then I might have to sacrifice and place it here. That'll prevent me from placing more houses down in this spot. But we'll cross that hurdle when we get to it. The house has 7 more wood left to go. Treasure room is almost done, actually. Cool, cool, cool. And let's see. Yeah, so I think that is a good start. Well, church is next, and the walls. Oh snap! There's a fire going down over here. Come on, guys, put it out. Don't let it spread to our other houses. That would not be good. Fire has claimed a hovel. That is not good. So, since a fire destroyed the hovel here, we have a rubble, and we have 5 people that do not have beds. So their happiness is going to go down a whole lot. So I'm going to have to turn off the tax rate to make people not as upset. We're going to have to destroy that hovel and build a new one temporarily. There we go. Because as people don't have a place to live, their happiness goes down dramatically, very, very fast. So if you look at this counter, it's like -16, -18, -20, and it'll pretty much go indefinitely until you're down to 0 happiness. Probably not 0 entirely, but I know it should lower down your happiness to like 30 or 20 or something like that. So, we got the house back. Even though I have a well here, it's still on the very edge of that marker, so it's hard for people to reach that. So that is not a good place for that. Oh well. But we have the house back, so happiness should be going back up. So it's trending to 73. Yep. I'm going to turn on the tax rate again because we're accumulating gold pretty well. I'm going to try to get to 25 gold so that we can build a manor. Probably place it here. Either here or over here. Eventually I'm going to destroy these hovels when I place a manor to basically you get more people for the space. So let's say that we had 4 hovels here. That's 20 total. Compared to the 4, that would be 25 with the manor. That's just the goal to consolidate everything. And let's turn these back on and get back to harvesting. I think in the meantime, I have 7 idle people, so I'm going to have them man the stockpile. And as they bring in resources for people to access quickly, when I start doing some other operation, building new buildings or whatever, I'll turn it off so that they can go work on more useful things. But let's get this going. So we just hit 25 gold and we have enough for our first manor. So this thing is a large house for the most part, and it basically holds a lot of people in a more convenient space. Or not convenient, but just like 4 squares, and you get more out of it pretty much. So I'm going to place this here. I think my goal is also to destroy these 2 hovels, and probably these 2 also. Place 2 more manors, and I might place them down here also. I don't know what the radius is of the church. I think I'm going to have to place it here to hit these houses, or if I place it here, if it's in the reach of everything. But we'll figure that out when it comes to it. This area is going to be mainly all farms. I have these farms here. I'm going to put some more down here, as well as this, and this will be our main area for food production. I haven't put down any windmills yet. That should be something I should do soon, but we'll get to it when it comes up to it. The hovel, or the manor, doesn't have anyone working on it, so I'm going to tell these guys to stop here and start building that. Yeah, it should be good. So you see, when they have nothing to do, having them work in the stockpile is good because they accumulate all the resources here, and that's a very quick run compared to having to run all the way out here for wood and stuff. Okay, so as they do that, we have a couple idle. So let's build up the wall defenses a little bit more. I'm going to expand up to there. And you can also see as you place wall blocks down, they turn into actual wall tiles, or they turn into like tower corner tiles. Depends on the elevation and where they're at. So that's pretty cool. We have both of our towers over here done. I believe you can place, yeah, you have an archer tower here. attacks enemies that come in range. Range increases the higher the tower. And then you have a ballista. I believe this is much better when it comes to the dragons and stuff. It may kill a lot of people at once if you have an army coming at you. I have no idea what that mechanic is. But cool stuff. Let's keep it going. Okay, so we're making some good progress. I worked on the wall some more here. It's kind of janky how if you have a lot of squares, like 4 of them together, it builds like a thick wall. I assume that helps out a lot, but I'm not sure how the tower mechanics go, or putting archery stuff here. We'll figure that out. But I do have enough gold, 52, and 85 stone. We just need 50 wood for the church. And that is where I want to figure out how the church works entirely. Sweet, so we have enough resources now. So the church here keeps peasants from despairing, gladly accepting donations. Whoa. That is actually a much larger area of effect than what I was thinking about. Wow. So it looks like if I do place it right here, let's get a zoom in from that, or zoom out. Yeah, if I do place it here, it affects all of our houses. Over here would also affect everything. But if I choose to build stuff down here, I should place it here. Huh. Yep, it's not too bad. I guess we can have the doorway that way. And there she goes. Sweet, so we have our church. So the church here will help us out with our happiness, because we have -6 because people don't have access to the church or library. So as we use the church to bump up the happiness, I can start taxing people more. That's sad to say, but you need to start making some gold somehow to fund the kingdom. So I think, let's see, I have 6 stone. I need 35 for another manor. Let's activate this, because I had 14 people idle. We still have 10 idle. So there's people building this. Let's cut down some more trees. And I think I'm actually gonna work on the wall this way slightly. So let's work on it here. And we're gonna start going this way. I'm out of wood. But the idea for the wall is we're gonna have it go along the edge of the water. We're on year 19. Go along the edge of the water, all the way around our castle, our city. A small village is what they call it. And basically come up this way, section off here. Because I don't know how the attackers, or how the invaders attack. I don't know if they spawn on the island somewhere. Since they're called Vikings, they might come in on boats. I don't know exactly what happens. So I think I want to put a wall around the island so that they can't, theoretically they can't, I wouldn't think they can land on the small little section here. Because the only square is either water or it's a wall. So if I can block them off from these areas so they can only land on this spot, or land up here, they would have to go through one solid defense, either on this entry or on this small entry here. I guess we'll figure that out when it comes up to it. I'm going to continue getting resources to build a couple more manors. Probably put the 2 here, put one down here to get a lot of people, and finish building the defenses. So once the church here is done, speed it up a bit. When the church here is done, I want to see how much it affects the happiness. So far we're at 59 because of the taxing. So we have 7 more wood to go. 1 more wood, yay, church is done. So it's now trending up to 65, 66. So it looks like it's going to go up to 68. Not too bad. So now if I tax them 2 gold, the max you can do is 3. But if I tax them 2, let's see, where does it trend to? 56. That's not as bad. I think if we go any lower than that, people will start leaving. But I don't need that high of a tax rate. So we'll keep it at 1. But so far, pretty good progress. Continue on the defenses and just the housing for more workers. But thanks again, you guys, for watching. Hopefully the attacks don't come pretty soon. But I know that'd be a fun time when they do. Yeah, we're just going to be continuing on with the defenses and see how things go. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.